Okay, hey folks, welcome back. So, I said last night at the end of last night's stream that I was going to, finish this off stream, but I actually took a look at it and I was like, do you know what? The angle of this character is all off, and I wasn't pleased with it. I think I wasn't concentrating enough. Good morning, Michael. Welcome, welcome. So, what I actually did was I, took a step away and I thought, if I get time tomorrow, I will continue the stream. So that is what we're doing. But the angle of this character here, as I was just saying, just didn't feel right to me. So what I did was I actually had an idea, and I thought that would actually make for an interesting insight into how I do stuff. So I took a picture of Alan Grant, the action figure, at the angle I wanted the character to be. Now, first things first, actually, I need to flip this horizontally, like that. So basically, I'm going to use Alan as my template for the angle, and then draw the character over it, because, that's one of the main reasons I hold on to the more sentimental Jurassic Park toys that I had when I was a kid. I let my little nephew, whenever he comes over, he plays with them. But some of the time I actually use the toys and stuff to actually use to help with my painting. And so having this like three-dimensional little character to play with was really good. So what I need to do is just basically draw the outline of this guy. Yo, British Tyrannosaur. That's not Alan Grant. Where is his net gun? His net gun is long gone. Long gone. So I'm just going to draw a rough outline of this guy. But yeah, I just sort of went, why didn't I think to do that before? Because I usually do that sort of stuff. So it was it's a little thing where I was like, actually, you know what? That'll make for a cool stream. I got that wrong. Imagine him having that in JP3. Yeah, they should have, I think for Jurassic Park 3, they should have embraced a little bit more of the crazy. Why not? Why not? Alan Grant should have had a net gun in Jurassic Park 3. That would have been pretty sick, right? Okay, and then the shoulders down here. He has his sleeves about here, I think, this character. But yeah, I just thought like I should use the Jurassic Park characters because I'm always talking about it. That's the main reason I keep the action figures and stuff. I'll even have it as a sort of homage to Alan Grant action figure. I'll even have the hand in the same position. So Alan Grant coming to save the day once again. Brilliant idea, Jacket's perfect life model. Yes, exactly, Michael. British Tyrannosaur. Net guns do exist, not like the JP toy line, but Grant could have a bird catching one. Yeah, well, he could have had one that was similar to like the one we see in Jurassic World that the ACU guy uses to net gun the Indominus's jaw, which is one of my favourite little moments of Jurassic World, is that, because that's just like the action figures come to life. And I don't know how anyone could not find that enjoyable. That's the sort of, it was those sort of moments in Jurassic World that made me really feel like a kid again. Okay, this is turning out to be very handy. Thank you, Alan. Now, tracing is not something I'm usually for, because I think, you know, by copying you know, straight over the lines is somewhat cheating. However, I'm doing it just for now because well, it's not really cheating, but it basically it sits in your memory better if you draw by trying to copy with your eye, because then you sort of it you know, ingrains in your memory better, and tracing does not. However, let's move that over. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That angle is going to be sick. But because I've got other characters in this shot who are going to be of this angle, I'm going to use this guy as sort of example. So basically I'd be like copying my drawing, the simplistic version. So yeah, okay, that's much better. But let's get the colour down now. What are you guys saying? The Assassin 1989. Hi Pterodome. Been watching Clayton's video on how Henry Wu died in the novel of the first book. Have you seen it? I haven't watched that video yet. I will be watching it later. I actually messaged Clayton because I thought, do you know what? I'll see if he's about and wants to live stream today. So like after this, maybe if he is free, we'd play some Overwatch or something. But we'll see. We'll see if he's free. I don't want to like tear him away from anything important that he's doing. British Transfer says that scene was brutal. The scene where the Indominus throws that guy into the tree and he breaks his spine stood out to me in theatres. Yeah, that's a really good like example of showing, you know, the powerfulness of the Indominus Rex. Joe, I'm gonna just mute that layer. Yeah, showing the ferocity and the sheer dangerous nature of the Indominus and its forearms. You know, it using its forearms is a really cool way of showing that. Is it picking up a guy and throwing him into a tree where he breaks his back? It's like, oh my god, so brutal. That's the thing. Jurassic World, I would say, is probably the most brutal of all the Jurassic movies. Despite its like clean corporate look, is the most violent of the movies, I'd say. For the sheer amount of blood and just visceral. No, that's not the right word. Vicious like attacks. It's up there. And then I'd say probably closely followed by The Lost World. Fallen Kingdom probably. I don't know, where would Jurassic Park rank? Jurassic Park's pretty brutal, obviously. British Translator, I was mainly shocked, more shocking. It was mainly more shocking than anything. The Jurassic World films are more violent to me. They get away with more. The Assassin 1989. Me and Clayton and Jeremy James will be doing collaborations on kids. Collaborations on kids from all Jurassic Park movies. Nice. Yes, the end fight, the Assassin. The end fight was awesome. That was the Assassin talking about that in the chat. So this guy is going to look so much better. Okay. Just like back in school, don't go over the lines. Nice little I wonder if anyone will notice once this is all finished, you know, who haven't watched this stream, if they'll notice this is the Alan Grant figure pose. Hey, good morning, Spider Ass or Goth69. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see everyone, or pretty much everyone who was at the stream last night, came back for this one. British Tyrannosaur says, I was not ashamed to admit that I cried like 5 times during Jurassic World. Was that out of like sheer joy? I welled up during the Apatosaur sequence. That was where it really got me. For obvious reasons. I think they did a really good job of, like, you know, the breathing on that Apatosaur animatronic. They really made it feel real. And that shot in that scene as well, when Owen is walking past the body and like it goes from like CGI to animatronic, is really cool. And also there's that shot which I really like in that same scene where Claire is getting out of the Jeep and it's like from a far angle, and you've got like the whole shot of the Apatosaur's fallen body on the grassy hill. It's such a like Jurassic Park. It fits perfectly into like the world of Jurassic Park. It's just such a kick-ass shot from that movie. You know, and that was something that we hadn't seen before, you know, a dying sauropod in the franchise before that. I think that was really a really good scene. And obviously people will be like, oh, it's just a, you know, a throwback homage to the sick Triceratops. And it's like, well, yes, in a way that you've got a big herbivore lying on the grass and people are tending to it. But the context for those situations are completely different. And in real life, hey, guess what? Herbivores lie down with people attending to them all the time. So in the Jurassic Park universe, that would happen quite a lot, I could imagine. So in one respect, we could look at it like, oh, it was just a homage and that's all it was. Or you can look at the actual bigger picture. What are you guys saying? Spider R says, I'm playing Overwatch right now. Well, yeah, I'm hoping to play Overwatch in a bit, because I want to play as that hamster character again. I've been playing as him whenever I visited Overwatch over the last few... Oh God, what have I done? There we go. Michael Tharm says, I think I cried when you see the park working, the original visitor centre, the Apatosaurus death, and the end scene with Rexy roaring over the island. Oh, nice. Nice. It's so funny how, like, I still haven't fully gotten to grips with the fact that Jurassic Park 4 is even a thing. Like, let alone all that's happened since then. But, like, the fact that that film finally came out and we're now at the point where we're waiting for, you know, the 6th Jurassic film. Blows my mind. Still does. Spider asks, is the Endoraptor male? Yes, and I believe, from what I understand and what I've been told, it's the first, well, I say the first publicly known genetic male. So, like, it's the first one that they've cloned specifically to be male. Obviously, there are males in the series, as we've seen in previous films, but the actual, they purposefully made it a male, and that's the first one where they've like gone, yeah, we're going to let this one live. That's a male that we've made. So I actually moved my computer and everything into where my new office is going to be. And so hopefully I'm not as echoey as I was yesterday. Okay, that's looking good. Let's change the colour of the outline. Right, I'm going to have to do it in pieces. Alright, this is going to be tight. Whoop. Okay, a bit of a convoluted way of doing it, but I think I've got it. So I want that to be green. And then we want we'll do his hat next. So basically I'm just grabbing, because the outline is a separate layer, so I'm grabbing the top layers and then changing the colours to a darker version of the colour that represents that object. There we go. And then now do his face. I want to be like that. Yep. Do his arm. Then do his boots, and then he's ready for more detail. I'll have a look in the chat in a second. Just hang on. Okay. And the booties. And they're going to be black, aren't they? So basically, like that. Okay. I might just shorten his foot a little bit. I was meant to actually blend the layers first, because they should be done now. Okay, so we have basically our new character, and let me just shorten his foot as I just said, just so it's not so elongated. Fix that gap. Okay, so now if I zoom out and take out the other guy and then put in the background, yeah, looking a little bit better. Maybe he should be a little bit taller. Like that. There we go. Looking much, much better now. It's all trial and error, folks. It's all trial and error. Yours truly. What website for Jurassic World movies was your favourite to work on? The Dinosaur Protection Group for me. Mainly because I loved Masrani Global and it was so much fun and it was exciting to work on it. And it was cool to work on the Masrani backdoor. That was really fun. Because I love my favourite part of it all is writing the content, and it was really fun to write all the content for the backdoor. However, we were emulating a company that was trying to promote a theme park, and we were hiding the dinosaurs for the most part. They were on the brochure website a little bit more, but when it came to the Dinosaur Protection Group, we were all about the dinosaurs, and so I preferred it. One, for that matter, we got to have access to the ILM renders of the dinosaurs, and we got to have dinosaurs all over our website, and I got to create some artwork for it. And we got to deal with a lot of the backstory and the lore, and that was one of the things that I was dying to write because there were so many things the fans were talking about and I was engaged in asking them about, that I was like, oh man, I honestly can't wait to write this in, because it's going to be answering a lot of prayers in a way. Oh, I haven't done his belt. Oh no, I forgot to do his the colour of his belt. But yeah, loved the DPG, working on that. It was just, for me, it was just much more of a Jurassic experience in terms of our work. Like last time we were doing a corporate website, which was really cool to do and make it really realistic, and I love it. I love it just the same as the Dinosaur Protection Group, but if I had to prefer which one I worked on, it would be Dinosaur Protection Group. It's just so much fun. British Tyrannosaur says, by the end credits of Jurassic World, I was so happy. 14 damn years and it was worth it. Yeah. Yours truly says, had fun finding all the stuff in the Masrani backdoor and loved all the new lore details on the DPG website. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, one of the things that, there was a lot of things with the DPG as well that we didn't expect that we would do. So we had the idea of having a lot of the focus of the DPG's campaign to end InGen's meddling and all that sort of stuff was to focus on things like the San Diego incident. So I knew we were going to be tackling that quite a lot, but I had no idea that Manuel was going to send us this video for it that was going to just blow our minds. And so to have that found footage of the San Diego attack as part of what we created, that was really kick-ass as a fan. That was oh my god, I can't believe that we're the ones who get to bring this to life, because I've wanted to see something like that for so long, and now it's officially out there, and it looks kick-ass in my opinion. I think Manuel did such a fantastic job. I need to get the other guy up now so I can look at his shoes. Another way of looking at it is if you'd gone back in time and said, you know, when I was working on Masrani Global, this is what you're going to be doing for the next one, I would have been like, right, let's let's do Masrani Global. I want to get to the you know, promoting the San Diego video and stuff. Yes, spider ass. Godzilla every time. Even against what did you say? Godzilla versus King Kong versus cancer. Jesus. Well, Godzilla would win. If Godzilla was real, cancer wouldn't stand a chance because nothing beats Godzilla. It's just a shame that he's not. Right, let's get some more detail in the legs here. And then I'm just going to take the brown from the belt and then just do the colour that I forgot. I'll neaten this up in a second. I'll do those 3 notches. There we go. So I think this is already looking much better than yesterday's attempt. Spent all yesterday drawing this mangled form of a human being, when thanks to Alan Grant saving the day, I get this angle, which is really nice. But that's it, kids. That's what you should do. Like, if you have your action figures and you like drawing, you should use them. Like, use them to pose and draw around them, or not even that. Like, you know, use them to get shadows and light and make sure you get it all looking exactly right. You know, because you can throw light against your like big red Rex or whatever, and then see how it bounces off the skin, and then, you know, emulate that in your drawings, and then you've learned how to basically do lighting. For those learning who want to learn to draw and whatnot. But you don't have to listen to me, because I'm no huge expert in artistry. I mean, there's probably people who, if they were to stumble across this and see me drawing, you know, that and then copying an action figure, they'd be like, what the fuck, this guy? No. But, you know, it's a means to an end. I want to learn how to draw humans better, and I'm going to use this guy as a template for the other 2 characters, which is this lady here and this gentleman here. And I will freehand draw those. So let me just get rid of this because I don't need this anymore. Actually, I'm going to bung the layer in because it'd be good to keep the layer there. So I get rid of that now. And then go back to this. Okay, what else are you guys saying? Yours truly. I feel like sometimes having a fan work on an element of the movie makes the movie better. If only if they don't go overboard. Well, there's a thing like there's a line you have to tread. I was trying to talk about this a little bit on Twitter the other day. Like, there's a fine line you have to tread with like what you want to put out and what you don't want to answer in the lore building of you know, of a franchise like that. And you know, we had to choose wisely and know what worked naturally with the DPG. Like, what would they put out? Like, if I was an activist group in that world and I was looking to get people to save dinosaurs, what would I do? And we figured one of the first things that they would do is pull the rug out from underneath the people who have been abusing these animals from the beginning and unearth all their dirty secrets and put them out there in the public. So that's why we chose to, you know, have the reports page and have you know, have them go after like InGen. Get his hair a little bit right. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Just want to grab a bit of the brown off the end there and just help. Oh. Now his nose kind of goes like this. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get rid of that other guy. I don't need him anymore. He's gone. I think that is pretty good. Corvo AZ, it's all happening. It's real. It's happened. Let's see. One of my... okay, Spider Ass. I am not reading that. Michael Thumb. No, never think that art is flexible. Remember, blue tack on the wall won the Turner Prize. So anyone who says using action figures to help your art is just dumb. Well, no, I don't think it's. I don't think they'd think it's like dumb. I just think like it's. I think I have an opinion that if you trace, it doesn't sit into your memory as easy as if you draw by eye. That's all I mean. I don't really have anything against tracing as a whole, but I find for me personally, it's, you know, I find it a little bit more, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sits in my memory better if I draw by eye. Oh no, wait, I need not that. I need this layer. And then put the shadow down there. Okay, he's looking pretty damn good. I might just do a bit of a shadow down leg. Oh, actually, it's a good idea. There we go. And then get this to go dark as well. Just to add that little bit more depth to his legs. Right, now I'm just going to click save, and then, right, let's go work on his face. So, hello Dino of the Freak, or Dino the Freak. Welcome to the chat. Corvo AZ, this project could be the closest thing to a cancelled Jurassic animated show, I think. Well, that's the aim. It's not going to be Jurassic Park, but it's its own thing. It's my own creation. But it's because I want to see something like an animated Jurassic Park cartoon. And there's just not one out there at the moment. So I figured, why not fill that void and start making it myself. The like I've said before, and it sounds like, you know, I'm a broken record, but, you know, supporting the cause or telling people about it doesn't even matter if you actually want to support the cause, but that's the best way to get this out quicker, you know, because I'm basically trying to buy more time to work on it, essentially. And I'll be closing that Patreon down once the project is complete, essentially. That's the aim, anyway. So because I'm working on this when I can, you know, the timing is, I don't know when exactly I'm going to finish it at this current time. However, you know, so if I was to do a Kickstarter for this, like, you know, which I've been thinking about doing, I'd probably be able to get some funding, but then I don't know exactly how much I would need for this to be complete, because it's just me on my laptop, if you get what I mean. It's just, or on my computer, it's just me painting at the moment. That said, that's why I put it over onto Patreon, because that means you guys could basically help buy more time for myself, so then I can actually work on it solidly and not stop. And you get to be a part of the process, and you get to see it being created, so you know how it's all going. I think I'm going to twist his little moustache. I'm going to twist it. Let's twist his moustache. Just like that. So yeah, if you're like desperate to see an animated cartoon in the vein of Jurassic Park, you know, I'm trying to do it as quick as I can, because I want to see it. I want to see it complete. And yeah, okay, so there you go. He's not finished just yet. I've got to do the lighting. So, oh, actually, I'm not finished yet. I've got to do the lighting on his hat. And then on the rest of him. Oh, booger. I will continue looking at the chat in a second. Sorry, to just trying to get this down as quickly as possible. There we go. And then I'll just change the lighting. Okay, what are you guys saying? Den of the Freak asks, do you think Frontier should make Nublar bigger in Jurassic World Evolution? If they can, sure. I'd love to see it bigger. I might be live streaming that soon. Building on Nublar just for a laugh. I've got that in my list of things I want to do soon. Corvée AZ. Sorry, I didn't imply a knockoff. I prefer original material inspired by good stuff. That's what appeals to me in this project. No, I didn't take offense to it. I didn't think you were saying it was a knockoff. It's exactly like Jurassic Park is influencing this heavily, but yeah, this is definitely going to be different in story. Crits Gaming says the dinosaur looks like Godzilla. Yeah, it does a little bit. That's my, as I've said, that's my original dinosaur toy from when I was a kid, the first ever one I owned. So I've, you know, made it look like a marble T-Rex. So if I show you, for those who haven't seen it, yeah. So this is another angle of the room. And this is my original dinosaur toy from when I was a kid, the first ever one I owned. And I've turned it into one of the centerpieces for this room in the cartoon. So Corvo says, oh, he's talking to Spider Ass. I tend to mostly draw for ideas, but I would like to consider myself a writer. Yeah, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So, you know, you draw a picture and then you come up with like a whole backstory for it. So, in your head, and then you want to see the whole thing finished, and or you want to see the whole thing like played out, and that's what, you know, inspired me for this. Was you know, I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna, you know, see if I can, you know, garner some interest in this. Right, now what I'm going to do is grab a little bit of this guy's face, and then grab like this, and then I'm actually going to go up here and try and go around the shadow. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just do the blue. It looks like you've got the glow of the tank. So there's this yeah. Just blur it. And then what I might actually do is duplicate the layer and then change it to a gradient. Which direction is that? Okay. So like this, and then use the rubber to rub out. Like this, and then maybe I'll just do his shirt a little bit more. Like that, and then change the opacity so it's not so in your face. Okay, there we go. I will merge those. Oh. Merge layers. Alright, so we've got our guy John. Let's name that layer. John is done. Now, the other characters. There is a lady stood here, and she is this lady here. So if I take this and then use it as the sort of template for where she's going to be stood. So if I create another layer, put it behind. Okay, so she, let's change the size of the brush. Let's go for 3. Just try and get the angle somewhat right. Because she's going to be looking over. Okay, all right. Now let's get a different color. Use bright yellow. Oh no, actually, something a bit more. Or maybe just black. Anyway, sorry, what were you guys saying? I just realised I've been off in my head. British Tyrannosaur asks, have you watched the Evolution stream with Colin Trevorrow in it? I dipped in and out. I'm going to watch it later today. Crits Gaming says, wow, you're a talented artist. You should sell copies of Dino-Defenders Extreme when it's finished. I won't need to sell it. This is the beautiful thing of the internet. It will be online for anyone who wants to watch it, but it will probably be monetized. So that's, you know, if we were to sell it to make money off of it and give it to people, you know, there's a lot of back and forth with the physical media, you know, world. And I figured, you know what, we'll release it online because that way we can, you know, get it to you guys as soon as possible and hopefully entertain some folks. Just see something. I'm just going to pull up my... where is it? Where is she? I've got my box of action figures here. If I turn the camera on, you're going to see what the room looks like. Here you go. So you can see, look, I'm moving in. There's stuff everywhere. You've got things like boxed Predator 2 figures. Like that. The Eldar Predator. Too good. You've got like Godzilla DVDs. Just all sorts in here. Old Jurassic Park shirts hanging up. But I got this box of Jurassic Park toys. So there she is. I'm just going to look at Ellie. I'm going to look at Ellie with my eyes, just to try and get a good idea of the angle. So I'm going to use my eye line and match it up to what I'm seeing on the screen. Turn her head. Where's her hand? Okay, I'm not too far off. That foot needs to go over that way a little bit more. That leg needs to be a little bit longer. Okay, I've got a general idea. Okay, camera off. Ta-ta. Okay, so where's the new layer? Cool, see you later, British Tyrannosaur. How do you watch Godzilla DVDs that belong to different regional codes? I bought a region-free DVD player from Amazon. Really cheap one. I think it was like £30. It only plays. It can play. It's a Region 0 DVD player, and that is how. Actually, do you know what? I need to do this. That was all good. Let's have a look at the figure again. Okay, so that is actually where's that? Yeah, there we go. So actually that shoulder go down there, and then shorts are about here. She has these big red boots on. And this leg just needs to be longer, essentially. Okay, so now if I get rid of that other layer, there she is. Right, now let's transfer this layer over to this one. And then place her where she needs to go. Basically needs to be like this. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is just change the color of her outline just so I can see it against things better. Just change that as well. Okay, convert to smart object and then up the brightness. Probably hearing a lot of clicking on my end right now. Oh, there you go, that's better. Right, so that's where she is going to be basically stood. Maybe over a little bit more, yeah. Okay, now I need to grab, let's grab one of these old ones. Where is she? Red to Jess. There you go. I'll grab this one. To do the color. An FYI for those watching, this book has changed title. It's not Permanent Permian Extinction, it's Permanent Mesozoic Extinction. I just threw Permian in there because I thought it was like funny to have the Permanent Permian while I was doing it, but it is recently changed to Mesozoic. So you paleo nuts out there, you can calm down. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let's have a look. What gender is Godzilla? Asks Spider Ass. I have no idea. They've always called him a he, I guess, but I don't know. He's a giant lizard. I was looking up into Patreon the other day. Seems good, but my content isn't the quality to justify getting paid, and I don't have much to offer for backers. Asked British Tyrannosaur. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Patreon. It's design. I've tried to design it to be like as cheap as possible for people if they want to like support it. But if they don't, I'm not fussed, because basically this I'm going to be working on this regardless. It's just I've made the Patreon so it can, you know, speed up, and if people want to see this sooner rather than later, that kind of thing, they can choose to support if they want. But I'm not going to hold it against them because, like I said, it's going to be happening anyway. I'm committed to this project enough. So I am drawing currently over that guy, but she's going to be behind him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I need her short colours. What colour are her shorts? Grey. And I believe she has big grey socks too. She has those Muldoons. She has some Doons on, some killer Doons. obviously I'll sort her body proportions out and stuff, like the size of her head. Oh my word. Like she'll need some tweaking in the old, you know, overall structure of her body. What's you guys saying? Spider Ass is talking about Bulgaria. I've actually been to Bulgaria and snowboarded there. It was a fun holiday, but yeah, the country was a little bit looking like it was trying to find its feet in a way. That's the you know, sense I got from it. Friendly people and everything, but yeah, that was Bulgaria. But we went snowboarding at Borovets, it's called, and just a cheap little snowboarding holiday me and my wife went on, and it didn't snow there the whole time we were there, so they had this like fake ice machine putting out snow, and we were recommended to go that time of year by a friend who went the same time, and when she was there it snowed perfectly. But we managed to have some fun regardless. I think if I ever do snowboarding or anything like that again, I think I'll ditch snowboarding and go skiing instead, because there was like 12-year-old kids zooming past me who'd just been learning skiing that morning, and there's me tripping over my board, and I was like, damn, I need to just get on skis because I just want to go down the hill. Whereas snowboarding, there's a lot. But my wife, she loves snowboarding. She still goes snowboarding. It's one of her hobbies. And yeah, she was seeing what I thought about it, and I did enjoy it. But I think I'm gonna, you know, try skiing next time. Okay, so really bright red boots. She has them Dorothy, like ruby slippers, but instead she's got like ruby big shit kickers. Big red ruby shit kickers on her feet, so Dino the Freak asks, do you think the Endoraptor had enough screen time for you to be satisfied, or did you want more? I was personally satisfied with what we got. Yes, I was perfectly satisfied. I thought they it had enough screen time. What I didn't like, however, is how much they showed it in the trailers. I think it would have been better if they you know, didn't show the Endoraptor in the trailers at all. I think there'd be more hype behind it. Okay, let's see about changing the colours of, let me just sort this out, this line here. Okay, let's see about changing the colours of these. now I'm going to blend those layers. And we can go in for the detail. What else are you guys saying? Spider Ass asks, that's really fun to say. Have you seen Avengers Infinity War? Yes, I have. I saw it at the cinema, and I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Good little blockbuster. Bit of a sour ending, but I've read the comic book. It's actually the only... So, like, I've said in the past that I'm not really into superheroes that much. Like, well, not that I'm not into superheroes, but, like, I'm not, like, craving after superhero stuff as much as I am, like, dinosaur, you know, monster movies and all that sort of stuff. But that said, where is it? I think it's in it somewhere. I don't know. I have the Infinity Gauntlet comic book somewhere packed away. But yeah, that was the only one. That's the only like comic book I own. So to cut a long story short, I was excited for Infinity War, and it did not disappoint in my eyes. There's a couple of little choice moments that I was like, oh, why did they do that? But it wasn't anything like that'd make me hate the film. And I'm kind of hoping that the next one they have a bit of closure to it. So like then if you wanted to have Infinity Gauntlet as the end of the MCU, like if you didn't want to continue on watching it, you could end it there, then I'd be all for that. Because then that would make like a nice little neat story from Iron Man to Infinity War Part 2. Have you played Fallout, Spider Ass? No, I haven't, no. Never played Fallout. You cried when Spidey died, Spider Ass. I can imagine. Considering that your name is Spider Ass. Spider Ass. Spider Ass. Spider Ass. Does whatever an ass does. Spin some shit anytime. Feeling childish. Right. Just neatening up the old outline. Now let me see about putting him back in and then putting her behind him. Yeah, there we go. So essentially she is going to be looking over as a character points out something in the room, or points out the big T-Rex, or says something looking at the T-Rex. You'll have to wait and see. Dino the Freak says, I'm getting kind of sick and tired of the MCU. And Spider-Ass says, how dare you have an opinion? Well, it's one of those things, it's like, I would like it to have some closure, because personally I don't follow it as much as I do things like Jurassic. So for me, I like the idea of having like a closed ending on that thing. But I wouldn't want them to end it for those who are obsessed with the MCU. Like, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't want them to end it for them. So if Infinity War Part 2 has a good enough ending where you could just stop watching them, that's me happy. But then I hope that they continue it on for those who would like to see it continued on. Make everyone happy. Keep everyone happy. That is the aim of life. Now, what else does she have? She has her jacket thrown over. She has that jacket in later frames, right? I just need to check the actual cartoon and see if she had that jacket. Yep. Okay. So I've got my laptop up. Yes, she does. Okay. Alright, so she does have her jacket all tied up. So let's grab the colour of that and then add it in. Get 2 pixels. Do you think the Godzilla anime trilogy is bound to become a failure? I don't know. I've watched it. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed both chapters. I think people... I don't know. I haven't really looked at the Godzilla fandom. Like people talking about it. Because I'm going to make a video on my review of the second part soon, once I've got the Pterodome sorted. That's one of the first videos I want to work on, is a review of the second part, because I did a review of the first one and I want to continue that on and make that my first video back in the Pterodome. But yeah, I don't know. Are people talking about it? Are they happy? I'm happy because it's different. The Godzilla franchise has some really crazy moments, and there's some things happening in that anime that I'm like, yeah, this is what it's all about. Just go full crazy, you know. Now I'm just going to light this up. Dino of the Freak says, I'm honestly extremely disappointed with the first one, and I honestly don't want to watch part 2. Oh, it gets crazy. If you didn't like the first part, I don't think you'll like the second one. It gets full-blown madness. The first one was basically a guy who just constantly screams he hates Godzilla, but can't kill Godzilla. That's the sort of, it's almost like a running joke. But that said, I found that really funny, and also, you know, watching, you watch all the Godzilla films. I think I prefer the like world building in this one to a lot of stuff that's out there at the moment. I think they're really like innovative in their, what can we do with Godzilla? And so having a planet of monsters and having Earth won by Godzilla and people in spaceships coming to reclaim the Earth, I think it's really cool. But I can see why people don't like it. if you understand my meaning. Like, I understand why people don't like it, but yeah. Okay, and now I'm just going to do her face. So I'm going to get rid of that. It actually pains me to say that, since I love Godzilla, says Dean and the Freaks. Oh man, well, what can you do? I mean, you've got more choice. You've got another Godzilla film coming out next year. Like, that's the great thing with the Godzilla franchise right now, is there's just so much choice. I'm going to try and remember how I draw her face, but from memory. So let's see. So what I'll do is I'll draw her face, and then I'll compare it to one of the other ones I've drawn, and then fix any issues. Although she's relatively going to be in the background, so move her nose down a little bit. That's too small to grab. I know there is. Let's see. I want her to be looking at the T-Rex, so maybe if I angle that, and then go to okay. She kind of looks a little bit weird at the moment. Yeah, no, you know, whatever. You should, if you want to see the world building Dino the Freak in the second one, that's something. They like expand on it more. I'm actually going to cut her hair out from this one, because I think it's the same, almost the same angle. Oh, and I like the way I drew her hair here, so oh, she's now lost her head. Okay, looks a bit better, although maybe a little bit. No. It's the head. It's the head. Let's Let's try and... No, I think I preferred the old hair. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah. Get in there. If Godzilla vs. Kong, says Dino the Freak, is the last installment of the Monsterverse, then I'd be fine with that. But I'd love to see Anguirus make a return, as he's my favourite kaiju. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That would be really cool. Dino the Freak says it depends on if Rodan and Mothra survive. I doubt Rodan will. Yeah, Rodan doesn't tend to survive. The old films, let alone this new one. There you go, that's what I want to do. Get in there and draw. Ooh. Okay, looking a little bit better, but sorry if I'm a bit silent, guys, just concentrating on getting her to look right. Because at the moment, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. But we're getting there, we're getting there. It's because I'm dealing with such small pixels. Like, this isn't like 300 pixels per inch or anything. I think I'm working on like 72, but I think I'm going to blur her anyway. Okay, so time for the shadows. Time for shadows. Get it like this. Oh. Alright. Let's see what this looks like. Not too bad, not too bad. Then I'll do the same on this side with the whole blue. There we go. And we'll just add the blue. Actually, that's made her top go darker. Get her arm poking out a little bit more like that. There we go, that's looking better. Better already. And then do the gradient overlay again. What else are you guys saying? Yes, the Cloverfield universe, they've it's got messy, but it's yeah, it's good that they're their own. I'd say their strengths are that each chapter is its own unique thing. You can watch each Cloverfield film without watching any of the others and be like, understand what's happening. However, the end of Paradox obviously ties it massively back in with the original Cloverfield, so that would throw some people off. But, and I think I'm not alone in saying this, that again, if that could have been any monster. It didn't have to be the Cloverfield monster. So the film technically still works on its own. I'm not saying that's a mark of quality. I thought it was the weakest entry personally. But you don't need to watch all of them to get them, and that's one of their strengths, because then that means you can, it's like the Twilight Zone. It's like what I've been watching recently, the Twilight Zone. Each episode is like its own thing. Right, convert that to a smart object. Oh no, don't want to do that. Big Shark, the Master of Bricks 7580 says hi. Yo dude, welcome, welcome. Just having a chilled session painting. Nothing too strenuous. Just take that down a notch. To about there. And then I will just put the colours down. No, the brightness, that's what I want, the brightness. Okay, what else are you guys saying? Clayton Fioriti asks, what program is this? It's Photoshop, dude. It's Photoshop. And welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm using just Photoshop. That is all. What else are you guys saying? Paradox is hard to explain after the short film Megan. Oh, I didn't even know there was a short film. Dino of the Freak says, I feel like most of the more normal looking kaiju, Gorosaurus, Baragon, Anguirus, etc., could be good additions to the Jurassic World monsterverse as the movies in that universe try to somewhat be realistic. I wouldn't want to see, personally, the Godzilla characters enter the Jurassic universe. Unless it was like its own thing. If they like made a film, let's just say, and went, you know, this is not connected canon, like through canon of any of the movies. This is just its own thing. We're just throwing these characters together for a laugh. We're not trying to you know, actually connect the Godzilla universe to the Jurassic Park universe. Then I'd be all for it. I'd be like, yeah, sure, throw them together. Let's see what goes down. But not in the established Jurassic Park canon or the Godzilla canon. Okay, so now we have a much better angle on both these characters. I kind of feel like I need to get the colours right on her top here. Okay. Would you look at that? We've only gone and redone it. Much better than yesterday's effort. Much, much better. I might change her nose. No, looked better before. Might be her mouth. There's just something going on with her face that's not satisfying. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Just going to sort his eyes out. He's a little bit too beady, I think. Oh, wait, no, wrong layer. Hey, why didn't I build in Orlando? Ay. What are you guys saying? Big Shark, the Master of Breaks, 7980. Hey Jack, should the Carnotaurus camouflage in Jurassic World 3? I don't see a reason why not. As long as it fits into the story well. But why not? I mean, it would be... They've already done sort of camouflage with the Indominus, but if they were to do it, it'd be cool for them to be like, you know, homaging the book and have that sequence from the book translated to a version of it in the, you know, on the big screen. Okay, right, so save again. Well, actually, now what I'm going to do is shadows. So it's pretty easy. You just do any any old shape. Get his little cap in there. Oh. No, actually, I'm gonna. Okay, and then we just darken that. And then copy it and copy it and then undo. Yep. There we go. Got it. And then I can blur it. Box blur, there we go. And then, yeah, blur the shadow. And there, right, so file, save. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's have a look. What are you guys saying now? How do you feel about Sonic and Mario movies? I haven't watched the Mario movie in years, so I don't really have an opinion on it. And the Sonic movie I didn't even know existed. Shin Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, who would win? I'm going Shin Godzilla, based purely on that his atomic breath alone. Matt Phillips, what do you think about if Universal created an animated Jurassic Park movie that actually followed the book? That would be awesome. That would be kick ass if they did that. That'd be a really cool idea. Okay, so we've got her there, got him. Now we just need one last character. This dude. And basically, what did I name him? Where is he? Can't find the layer now. Is it this one? Have a look, where is he? There he is, that one. Right. So if I grab that and take him up here. Yeah, I basically just need to put him in this frame. And then let me just move the T-Rex. Move him over. And get the red, and then I'm just going to draw him here. So he's going to be looking up. So he's like, oh, let's get a new layer actually. So he is going to be here. Why is that so? Oh, the opacity's not up. Yeah. you're not really going to see much of his body because he's going to be like lower in the frame. He's going to have his hand like pointing up. Actually, no, that's not right. Do you know what? I'm gonna do it back how I used to do it. I'm gonna get a figure, and then I'm gonna draw basically what I see. So for you guys who weren't here earlier, I'm gonna go back to turning my webcam on. Hello again. As you can see, those who weren't here earlier, I am moving house. There are boxes everywhere, and so I'm gonna get my box of Jurassic figures, the shoebox of Jurassic figures, and I'm going to use actually Dieter Stark, and I'm going to measure him up to where they are. So if I find the layer I'm working with, and then, what am I doing? New layer, that's what I need. Okay, so he's going to be looking up like this. So what I'm going to do is use my eye line and draw his head is like there. Maybe a little bit bigger. Shoulders are here. Arms are down. Hand is about there. Okay, so that rough outline is, let me just see what he's going to look like here. Okay, so he's going to be like there. So let's move this back here and then get the other layer. This one, delete that. Get to this one and then start to add the detail. And yeah, so basically I've been using my eye line on the toy to get the angle of, yeah, get the angle of the character. So there we go, that was the right button. Completely failed in that. Right, let's get this guy drawn and then we'll almost be finished with this frame. Thayan Angel says hi. Yo, welcome. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna shoot what they're gonna do with Wu in the next Jurassic film. Hey Jack, says Big Shark, the Master of Bricks. When you donate to your Patreon, do you pay monthly or just once? You have the choice. You have the choice. You can choose to pay monthly, or you can choose to do a one-off payment. I would choose the monthly one, but that's just me. So like you can go for like the $1 a month tier. Or you can go for the higher ones. I've had people do different ones. I've had people do the monthly one. They pay like they do one of the bigger ones, the bigger tiers, and they do it once. Or I've had people who they pay monthly. But all is welcome. Actually, does he want to be pointing up at the statue? Let's have a little look. Yeah, that looks kind of good. I think I have just done a little bit of a mistake though. Okay, so you're not really going to see much of his body below, and I can also edit it later. I just realised I'd done that on the same layer as those red ones. So I'm just going to quickly remove all those. What are you guys saying? Will there be compies in Dino Defender? Asked the big shark. No, actually, there are no Compsognathus in Dino Defenders. I think you guys will like the roster of dinosaurs that I've got in this show. Or dinosaurs and non-dinosaurs, should I say? Yeah, I think you guys are gonna appreciate the ones I've gone for, at least because hopefully it will shine some light on some lesser loved dinosaurs, or prehistoric Animalia. This one. What else are you guys saying? Do you know who Jake Parker is? No idea, Spider Ass. No idea. Jake Parker. Jake Parker returns in Spider Ass. Spider Ass 2. Do you know Jake Parker? Coming this summer. Okay, I'm just faffing there. Let's just rub that out. Right. And yeah, okay, I think that's reasonable. Reasonable. And so he will. Now if I move Where is it? That one needs to get deleted. That's that one. Outline, I'm just going to save that as. This one is a non-layer, which I will need. I'm just going to write color. The head of the T-Rex, and then this guy over here, so I can get the colors right. Shadow, bung that back on. Just merge those layers to shadow. So the background is all one, and then this, I'm just going to change the color to a brighter color. Dino of the Freak says, I'm glad how the Meg made the Megalodon accurate in size. Most depiction of the Megalodon in media makes it 200 feet long. Yeah, well, I can't wait to go see it. I can't wait. I think it's just going to be silly fun. Oh, so Jake Parker was a great artist. Okay. Spider-Ass does whatever a Spider-Ass can. Cretaceous the Hunted. Hey, I just woke up. It's 7:30 a.m. where I live. A year, how's it going? I don't know why you said a year, but yeah, going really well, man. Going really well. We've vastly improved this frame from yesterday's attempt. So I think he's good here. Let's add the color. I think his face will need to be a little bit thinner, but we'll get to that. Put the pixels up because I'm faffing again with my drawing. I should just get it nice and thick brush and just paint it all in. Let's get it all in there. Now his sleeves go all the way up to his wrist, so that should be like this. And I believe we're actually going to see his hand, so do it like that. Yeah. Okay, and now just gonna add the blue. I believe he actually has a slightly darker blue shirt too, or light. Does he have a darker or lighter blue shirt? Darker than the other guy, so maybe I need to just darken it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Just a slight shade difference between the two, but. What's the chat saying? Big Shark, the Master of Bricks, 7580 asks, will there be any baby and juvenile dinosaurs in Dino-Defenders? Yes, I believe there is going to be there is a sort of infant dinosaur in this. I'm actually debating that. It's funny you ask, because I was debating having a certain scene in this where it would include a baby, but then I don't know. I don't know if there will be actually any. There is an infant dinosaur in this. One so far. I don't know about adding others, but that is what I'm debating. I'm like, if I add this certain scene in, there would be others, but at the moment, nothing's really calling me to actually include this certain scene. But if I do, then yes. But that'll all depend on how the story goes and how it shapes up from when I'm drawing it, how it like changes as it goes. Yeah, because things are going to change as they go through with this project, as they all do with most projects, you know. Okay, look at that. I have his colours down. Just need to do the neck a little bit better. There we go. No, actually looked a bit too, maybe just not as much. Oh crap. Okay, now to change the outline. What's the more? He's got like a browny, bluey green, so. Like that, and then just do the hair. So I'm doing what I did with the character of John at the beginning. Grab the outlines and change the colours. So that'll be a light yellow. That darker yellow, should I say? Stupid Dinosaur. Did you make this to be the spiritual successor to the Jurassic Park TV show, or would you have made it anyway? I'm making it anyway. It's got nothing to do with Jurassic Park aside from looking or being inspired by, should I say? You know, you'll have shots that look like they could be from Jurassic Park in terms of like a helicopter landing on a landing pad in a jungle and that sort of thing. Do need to change his body a little bit. I think that needs to be. Actually, we'll get to that reshaping of his body. Have you played Dark Souls? Asks Spider Ass. No, I've never played Dark Souls. Big Shark, the Master of Bricks, says, will your Jeeps and helicopter have a Dino-Defenders logo? No. Without spoiling too much, Dino-Defenders, the title, isn't... The characters don't call themselves the Dino-Defenders. Let's put it that way. If that makes any sense. Oh, hand now. So there is no Dino-Defenders logo in this, aside from the title. Okay. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is mesh those. So now they're one layer. Then I've just got to neaten them up. What else are you guys saying? Is there going to be a baryonyx? No, there will not. There's no baryonyx in this story. Just going back to what you said, stupid dinosaur, in the chat. You know, this is going to be the spiritual successor to a Jurassic Park animated show, in the sense that there is no animated show of Jurassic Park, and I feel like there should be. And I felt like making something that would be, you know, fill that void. But even if, like, let's say for argument's sake, let's say if they announced that they're making a animated show for Jurassic, that wouldn't put this on hold, because this is my thing and it's different. It's inspired by, but it's different. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I meant, says stupid dinosaur, but I didn't know how to say it the right way. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, just to get his facial expressions. Might want to just tilt his head. It doesn't. I mean, wait, does it look alright from the? maybe needs to angle just a little bit to the right, like so. So all trial and error, trial and error. Okay, what are you guys saying now? Are there going to be any feathered dinosaurs in this? Oh, no. And because this show isn't about representing real dinosaurs in a way. Like, well, to put it this way, there's a lot of meddling been going on. And there might be some... Well, I don't know, actually. No, I take that back. I take that back. There might be some feathers in this. I haven't designed all the dinosaurs. So who's to say? I might change my mind, actually, when it comes to it. So I take that back. There might be feathered dinosaurs in this. I just haven't decided if they shouldn't. I said no right off the bat. But actually that might be quite interesting. And then he's got the little turtleneck bits like that. See what you guys are saying now. Have you ever watched Neo Genesis Evangelion or The Rebuild? Says Dino the Freak. I have not, actually. I know the guy who worked on that did Shin Godzilla or something, wasn't it? But no, I haven't seen any of that. Are there going to be any members of the Spinosauria? No, not that I can think of. But there is an animal in this which has a spine on its back. Two, actually, but there's nothing to do with Spinosaurus. Yes, Dino the Freak, sorry, I just answered that question. So, see you later, Spider Ass. I hope you've had fun asking all the random questions. Okie dokes. Okay, not too much longer left now, and then I'll have to shoot off, and I might be back on to play some video games later. But we'll see how we go, because I've got a load of unboxing to do. Lots of that. I need to sort the house. I need to sort the Pterodome set out. And considering I've got more time today, I figured today would be a good time to do it. But first, I wanted to get at least one thing done for Dino-Defenders, because I always find if you do something creative and you complete at least one thing in the day, that is to something that you know you be creative in the day and you achieve something that really helps relax you for the rest of the day because you feel like you've already got something done. Okay, so he's got this belt on. Michael Thumb says, I can agree with that. Yeah. Will there be herbivores in the show? Says Big Shark. Yes, there definitely will be some herbivores. And I will say this now, the herbivores won't just be for, they won't just be there for show to be like, oh, look, there's some nice dinosaurs. No. They're going to do some, they're going to be part of the action. Okie doke, so just need to sort his torso out. It's not looking the best. It needs to be more of an angle. And there we have it. Right. Michael Tham says, Michael Tham says, without giving too much away, how close are you to sticking to the dino theme? I.e., are you just focusing on the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous creatures, or are you covering all things prehistoric? All things. They come from all different eras of time. But there is a twist. I can't say. There's a reasoning behind something in this, which I don't want to give away this time, but hopefully I think you guys will like it. Okay, let's... I don't know if his mouth should be like that, or whether it should be more... Nope. Like this. Yeah, that's good. Right, and then get that. Will there be a Dimetrodon, says Stupid Dinosaur. Well, that might just be one of them. You might have just cracked a code. Yes. Of course. Dimetrodon is going to be in the show. One of my favourite dinosaurs from when I was a kid. Or not dinosaur. I'm sorry. One of my favourite prehistoric creatures from back in the day when I was a kid. And yeah, it's gonna be in the show. What are you guys saying now? Will there be flying reptiles in the show, says Big Shark? A flying animal. Alright, I'm not going to say any more. You've got Dimetrodon out of me. So. Michael Tharm, awesome. Is the twist the old lady as future Maisie in an alternative dimension? By the way, this image is coming along brilliantly. Oh, thank you. No, the little old lady is not Maisie. Way to play along with the joke, Jack. But, that said, there might be something going on with that little old lady. There might be something going on. But I'll never tell. Not until, episode 1. When that's released. Do you know what? I'm going to redo his eyes. I think his eyes aren't comical enough. Yeah, he needs like bigger eyes. It's actually already starting to look much more like the character now. He's looking really shocked. Ooh, the plot thickens. Yes, Michael. Exactly. No, I like the eyes. Let me just go back. I'm just going to reverse loads. There we go. Yeah, I preferred it when they were like this. And then let me just add like this. And then do the scars. We are getting very close to the end now, guys, of the stream, so hang tight. Add his scars. just go for a lighter colour because I believe that's not showing up as much as I... There we go, that's better. Get those scars to pop. So basically I wanted him to sort of be questioning. Yeah, like that. And I'll just... Okay. Just his hair needs sorting. Okay, what are you saying now? He's thinking, am I going to hunt this? Well, no. Will there be subtitles in the show instead of using voice actors? Yes, there will be. And the preview on Patreon helped me helped you understand the feel. The character looks a little bit like Dita Stark. Yes, he's inspired by Dita Stark in a way. Not so much in character, but in look. What's going on with this? There we go. And then I just want to grab this. Oh, see you later, Spider Ass again. Cool, see you later, Dino of the Freak. Thanks for popping by, guys. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, we haven't got much longer left. I'm just gonna do the last little bits to this guy and then head off. But yeah, no, there definitely will be subtitles in the show, and they're going to be different to the way you see them in the Patreon preview, the preview of the cartoon on Patreon. It shows some dialogue. Some of that dialogue has changed, and some of that dialogue, well, the way the dialogue is presented has definitely changed. So. See, like his hair is meant to come down here. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. Now for the shadow. I'm just going to... Oh no, actually, not now for the shadow. What is going on with his body? It's meant to be... Do it like this. I hope he dies in the same way as Big Shark. Would you think of doing doing any Dino Defenders merchandise? It depends on the success of Dino Defenders. If it became super popular, then yeah. But at the moment, I haven't got any plans for Dino Defenders merchandise aside from one thing, which I will not reveal at this time. There is one thing I'm eyeing up to be like a piece of merchandise. Okay. No. Something about this lower half of his body is bugging me. Maybe I need to perspective it a little bit more. Yeah, maybe that's it. Get it like this. All right, that's it. Right, so now let's do the shadows, and then I will have to head off. So on the floor, we need his shadow going like that. Where's the blur tool? There it is. I just realised the expression of the guy I did first, he needs his eyebrows down a little bit more. It needs to be like... yeah, like confused. There we go. And then this guy. Actually, I'm going to put him below the bars. There we go. And then let's get busy. Hey, why can't I grab it? Okay. Okay, darken this a little bit. Oh, you know what? That needs to be almost fully in dark. I wonder if he would look better if he was bigger. Like, further down here. Yeah, that looks slightly better, doesn't it? Actually, if I add a shadow under him as well, he'll pop against the rest of the characters. Actually, I'll have to do that last. Big Shark asked, because they're episodes, will you have an intro to Dino-Defenders? Yes, there will be a little intro. Nothing crazy, but there'll be a little intro to each of the episodes. But then once I've finished the entire thing, I'll be putting all the episodes together to make one long sort of feature, and that will have only one intro. It won't be split. It won't be split into like 6 chapters or anything. Well, it will be split into chapters, but it won't, won't exactly stop for an intro each time a chapter comes up. So. Okay, now doing the blue on him, and then we should be pretty close to being done. For today. Just got to do the duplicate the layer, do the gradient overlay again. Convert that to a smart object and grab it out. So let's get ready to head off. Just finish doing this, and then yeah, I'll be heading. Let's just do the opacity on that. Okay, for now, guys. Whoa, I nearly forgot something. Right, let me click save. And yeah, okay, for now, guys, that is the frame for today. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. 2 hours, 40 minutes long. It took me to go from what it was before, which looked so stupid, to this, where the angle's all right. And that's all thanks to, let's see if I can open it, all thanks to Mr. Alan Grant. Here he is. Everyone give him a round of applause for helping me with the angle of the characters, because originally it did not look good. But now it looks much more better than I previously, attempted. I will be tweaking a few things in this. Like, I want to add, there is another character to go here, but I'm not going to do it today. I'll do it later, and the lighting needs to change as well. But yeah, so for an angle, the characters are stood here, characters looking up at the T-Rex. That is, yeah, that is the frame for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, and I will be catching you real soon. I could be online again later today, maybe, but I can't imagine I will be. Live streaming. I've got so much to do, as you can see behind me, with all the moving in that I've got to do. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you later. Bye.